The truth of the matter is that several things have occurred. In the year 2000, my wife, my then wife, had taken my son, let me explain it, whose name is Sergio Kareem. I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was part of Atlanta Cab. At that time, my name was Barakat. Let me say this to you. Barakat was the seedling. You're talking to the full-blown blossom. These are two different beings. Barakat was here then, watch now, and I, ATUN, am here now. Don't fool yourself. These two beings are not the same being. However, they are the same. What? The same yet different either way. Same. Now, whether you can understand that or not, that's up to you. You know what I mean? If you have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. But here, I'm going to continue on and answering you today. My son, his name is Sergio Kareem at that time. I'm not going to mention his mother's name, but I will tell you this. My son and her had disappeared because, have you ever, like when your grandmother tells you, go over there and get me a switch off the bush. Without question, you walk over, you break the switch off, clap, and you're coming back to the porch and you do the leaves like that, and you get the swinging thing. And you start crying before you get back to the porch. Because you know she's gonna tear your ass what? Up. Now let me say this to you. The Most High has a switch too. But this switch ain't like a switch off the bush. This switch is like a switch off on a wall. And the way it works is like this. Picture everything you love, my brother. I'm talking about everything that don't nobody else know about but you. See it in your mind's eye? Now close your eyes, right? Close it. Now open them. They're gone, and there's nothing you can do to bring them back. That's when you get spanked by the Most High. Take it from somebody who knows. That's where this all started. I was being spanked. Real good. The woman, listen. The woman I loved the very most on the planet besides my mother and my son had been removed from my life. Meaning there was nowhere, and I wouldn't search, bro. Let me tell you something, I'm resourceful. It's not no joke. I wouldn't look, and it's like they totally disappeared. I didn't see my son no more until he was 18 years old on YouTube. Wow. So it's real. And let me tell you something, it led me to a bathtub, where I sat down in the bathtub, and honestly, I got a fifth of Hennessy and a razor blade. I was in a brother, a good friend of mine's house, whose name was Talib, who was part of the Atlanta Edgewood Cab in Atlanta on Edgewood Avenue. And he had a nice place, and he seen I was hurting, and he said, yo, bro, here go my key. You going up there, you can stay at my spot, man. You know what I mean? I went up there, and it was nice, very nice. And he at that time was married to a sister who was with somebody else, and it was just him in the house, and it was quite nice. And he told me, he said, listen, I've known you now for years. He said, man, please don't let nothing happen while I'm gone. He said, I'm going to New York for 2 weeks. You have an entire range of the place you can do absolutely whatever you want, but please don't let nothing happen in my spot, man, because everything I own is in there. And I've worked hard for this regular stuff, and I respect the brother. The brother's a very good friend of mine. Well, while he was gone, let me tell you something, my heart was bleeding. My wife had left me, my son, I didn't know where he was, and my son was only 18 months old. Wow. And let me say this to you, it drove me to a bathtub with a razor blade, right? And I called several people. I called one, my lawyer, my then lawyer, whose name was Tony Rogers. Tony Rogers was a Native American Indian sister that was quite talented. I'm talking about this sister was the bomb attorney, and her and I were like sisters and brothers. If they hadn't killed her, listen to me, she's dead now. They killed her because she was destined to be the lawyer that would handle my father's case.
Right.
You see? And had she lived, then my father wouldn't be in prison right now. They murdered her. It was very real too. And you might say, well, how did they murder her? They caused her to drink herself literally to death. I should have talked. But either way, at this